Was cut off of a video and I was going to show you about crafting with making these florets. This is out of corduroy. So all you have to do is sew. I'll put a link to a video that shows how to make these. Oh, this one has, wait, I gotta just take off the little string that was on this. This is another floret. So I was showing you guys that in a previous video, but I was cut off from it. So I'm going to talk about another tactic, which is cutting me off, but cutting you off. So they got confused between the word alienate and isolate. You know, I'm not going to, this isn't supposed to be me explaining things to them, because that was a whole original idea. Because the idea is cutting me off from people who will understand me, who will get me, who may like me, and having me always have to explain myself to people who will never like me, who will never understand me, who will never want me. They want to create a different person. That's where this whole idea stems from. When you're dealing with people who use predatory tactics, they want to recreate you, and they use that word a lot, in their vision of what you should be, as opposed to just accepting you as you are. So when they're giving me these ideas, they're trying to tell me what they want me to say. That's the very definition of trying to create the me they want me to be. So they said they're still doing this to me because they said they would, years ago. Now, they use an example of something they said happened when I was in high school, maybe. I'm not sure. I was in high school from 1987 to 1991. This is 2024. So what they're trying to say is, at the time, they would set me up for things to happen, which is what I'm saying. Something happened in about the late 80s to maybe 1991, around that time frame. And it was happening not just to me, but to a lot of different people. And what I'm trying to do with this and this journey is get answers. I'm looking for the answers. You know, there's an answer out there, but I want to know what people were doing to us at that time. So what they said they did to me at that time was set in memories of things that I told someone that something happened, as opposed to now what they're doing to me is following me around and accusing me of things, and then later on saying, well, maybe that wasn't what happened. So my point becomes, at what happened from 1987 to say 91 in this world that is now they're trying to have happen now at this point? They keep using this as like they said a phrase, but I'm not going to say that phrase, but sort of like, if you follow someone around and accuse them of something that maybe they did, maybe they didn't, then come back later and say they did or didn't do, judgment of them, then it means it's something. That's still nothing. Because if say, for example, I do something in the moment and you say it out loud and it's wrong, you can't then come back and say, oh, we got it wrong. That's part of the setup. The setup is always to get a reaction. So in 1987 through 1991, if the setup was to get me to react, that's part of what I'm saying. This setup is a setup, but it's set up to, like I said in the beginning, either create something in me that I don't have naturally, anger, rage, reactions, or to make me think I can't trust myself. And that's part of what I'm telling you about these predatory tactics. It's about taking from you your ability to judge and giving it to them. So it would be constantly checking with them. And, you know, I try to put movie scenes in now. I'm going to try to come up with another movie. I've been having you guys guess the movies for certain things and then telling you different things. But I'm not going to do the guess the movie now, because I think part of what I would like to do instead is use movie scenes that will explain it better than me. I mean, I feel like I'm talking, but